After removing the undercoating, today I've been working on the rust, and so I started with sandblasting it. Went through the whole thing, the whole back side now I'm talking about, not the front, but underneath the fender. So after I sandblasted it, removing all the paint, a lot of the rust, at least surface rust. As you can see, there's quite a bit more rust, and that rust I had to use this here, use my die grinder with some, well, a variety of things, but I used these 2-inch 40 grit pads. I'm also using this attachment, which is a paint remover, kind of an abrasive disc type deal. And obviously going over it with that, but the DA really, I mean, actually that's 120 and I didn't have any 80 grit, but that 80 grit would take it down to the metal, and then but even then, after the metal, get it down smooth to the metal, I still have to go over it with that 2-inch die grinder just to get into the pits and you know, really make sure there's no more rust in those pits, because that's going to come back to haunt me even after we put the epoxy primer. Now I could pour 15 on top of this if I needed to apply pour 15, but I don't really think I'm going to. I think it's smooth enough now, and it's good enough. When I take it back to Rogers, I will take a look at it there and do like another quick prime last step before we primer it for good. I think that's going to be sufficient. I don't want to put a bunch of pour 15 build-up crap on there, because that stuff is really thick, and then that's going to take some more leveling probably. Anyway, that's my plan. Even after I put the build-up primer on it, the sandable primer, I think it's gonna, that pour 15 is just really not meant to be painted over. So anyway, that fender is looking pretty good now, I think, on the inside. Like I said, I think it's ready to go. This is the outside of it. Most of this, I mean, it's been glazed now, as you can see in certain spots. That is blackened where I did the rust treatment on it, and then now this was just done with a 2-inch and a 3-inch disc. In the future, I'm not going to glaze it until after we primer it. That's kind of what I'm learning is the best thing. And you can see there is some little bit of flash rust on this one since it's been sitting so long now. But that's where we stand, and I actually have 2 of these done now. That must be, as I'm looking at it, the right rear. And then the same deal in the back. You got to get your edges there too, where it mates up against the body when we put it all back together. Alright, man. That's it for now. Peace out.